have I known Nathan? Well, I'd say 6 years, because I've been here for 6 years, so it makes sense that I've known him for 6 years.
I met him at Sam Houston when he was a freshman.
I've known Nathan the whole 4 years I've been here at the Champions. Well, I've been here a little over 4 years, but I've been knowing Nathan the whole time. Me, him, Vincent, and Lonnie used to always hang out. They used to always come over to my house or come over to McDonald's while you guys started working and stuff like that. So I've been knowing Nathan for a long time.
Met him at a Chi Alpha meeting. We decided that it was too boring up in the front, so we decided to start wrestling with everybody.
And actually, he was in one of my quantitative analysis classes.
I've known Nathan since I was 2 years old, so 16 years.
So I first met him when he asked me if he could mow my lawn. And then we really got to know each other when he butchered my lawn.
I met Nathan. We were going on a hunting trip with our with the Chi Alpha group out the same Houston City, and we ended up riding in the same car together.
I met Nathan back in 1965. He is the wildest dude you probably ever meet.
Awesome guy, great drummer, fantastic, just blares it out every time, you know what I mean?
He's basically known for acting goofy.
From an uncle's perspective, Nathan's a very, very creative nephew. He's the kind of guy that makes you laugh.
Being out there, crazy, wild. Yeah. Are you sure? Who am I thinking of?
He is an outgoing kind of guy.
Much on Nathan. Nathan's been a good, awful good boy, and he's been a help to me. In the summertime, you know, he worked for me at the house a good bit, and we got closer.
Luke Sandhawk, that dude can rock. Nathan.
He's insane.
I was always a little intimidated by him, because he's such a dork. So
Real goofy.
He might be mentally challenged. Be careful.
Was he the one? No, that's Emmett. He likes to keep people entertained.
Oh yeah, it's always interesting. Anytime I'm with Nathan in public, I know that something partially embarrassing would happen to me.
don't take him out in public. He doesn't know how to handle that.
Pretty much just be prepared to be looked at, stared at, and laughed at, because there's no line for him. He'll find it, he'll cross it, he'll break that line, and he'll just do totally unexpected.
And so we went to one of the apartment complexes, and there were a lot of people hanging out at the pool party, girls and guys. Basically, the pool was extremely small, and he was doing cannonballs inside of the pool, getting everyone mad. But a whole group of us was there, and it was extremely funny.
He's a good eater, and he spends a lot of money. Lives way outside of his budget, and he doesn't really know much about chemistry. So those are kind of my things.
And he's known for just being absolutely absurd and ridiculous, but that's Nathan, you know.
And Nathan, he often calls people dad.
He's known for calling people dad.
He definitely started the dad thing. I think Frankie's the dad. Either he's the dad or Frankie's the dad, but he started calling people dad.
He started calling me dad. I was the first son. I'm sorry, he called me son. So, and then I ended up calling him dad. After that, I went to camp this past summer, and so I brought that to camp, and so everyone started calling me dad because it backfired on me. That was my camp name. Beginning of this fall, I started calling everyone dad, so now everyone, pretty much because of Nathan, everyone is dad now. We call each other dad, and it's a pretty much funny thing. He does a bunch of random funny stuff.
I hear a lot of dangus.
Well, he says a lot of weird things, a lot of just random things. We'll be driving around or whatever, and he'll just suddenly say cousin, or just weird things that come out of nowhere. You never know what he's going to say, to tell you the truth.
If I tried to come up with something that and he said I should get a medal because it's off the wall. And that's what it makes me laugh all the time about Nathan. I can't tell you anything that he's going to say. I don't think anybody can. You just never know. He's so random with his thoughts. But he does say one word a lot. He says a lot. I'm guilty also. And in this you'll see a lot of ums, but so Nathan takes after, me in that regard. And I'm very proud of him for saying as much as he has.
Well, lately it's been about, that's what she said. And it's kind of old, if you ask me. I mean, it seriously, how is my sister going to put up with that? I mean, it makes me want to take my gun and just pop him sometimes. But I mean, it could be because he's married my sister too.
Well, he likes to act like he's mentally challenged a lot, like kind of like that.
I remember this one time, me and my friend Caleb, he's here too. We were sitting there, and he like jumps on me, he's like, "We're going to the ambulance!" Like he just like sort of like jumping on me, just being retarded. And he got to the point where he just like completely forgot what he was doing.
Yeah, he seems normal at first, and then all of a sudden he'll just start busting out and screaming and going. And yeah.
Every time I'm trying to sleep, he comes up and just like grabs, he's like, like stuff like that. It's just really funny because this is Nathan.
He often makes really random, sporadic noises as if he has Tourette's, like.
But when it's all these public people and you're in public and there's people all around and he just suddenly acts like he's got Tourette's, you never know what's going to come out the boy's mouth. I feel sorry for whoever marries him and tries to take him out to public because it's going to be bad. It's like, a bad dog.
I don't really know. It's really frustrating. It's disrespectful to my sister. I mean, that's what she said. How stupid can you be to my sister? Let's have some respect here, honestly.
So it's like, you want some juice? I don't know why he does it, but yeah.
What he likes to say is like he asks this question all this. Want some juice? Want some juice? Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
David's going to have weapons and ammo over here for you. If you want, you can have them ready to go. You're going to get 8 shots. You're going to get archery, 8 shots. You're going to get 8 shots on the pistol. You're going to get 8 shots in the AR. You're going to get 8 shots all the way around the border. So if you have a revolver, then you have to reload before this out. But 8 shots is what we're going to go with.
Bigger. Double up. Go big or go home.
Can I try?
We're using this to
Get another one in there?
Is that your 50?
All right, Nathan.
Yeah.
Ready? Wait, hey. Shannon, go out there and hold it up. Okay. Yeah. Is this it right here? I don't know what happened, Stephanie.
You're too low.
Yeah. Eric do that?
Yeah, that would be. She's striking at someone ready to get married.
No, not at all.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Well, I kind of expected it. Liz had been hanging around over there, and she'd been with him for a good while, and you could kind of read that that's what was going to happen. So, quite, we accept her. She's a fine gal.
Oh, I was like, yeah, all right. Wise choice, son, wise choice.
Now that he is dating my daughter and his wife-to-be, I would say that it's a tough question to answer, but positive.
What is he? He's like 15 years old, right? No, I mean, come on. Who's ready to get married? Seriously.
You know, Nathan, when I first heard he was engaged, I knew it was kind of the right thing, because Nathan's not the one to kind of just jump into something. But I was happy to know that he found somebody that he was definitely wanting to spend the rest of his life with.
Oh, I'm excited. Now, one thing that Kelly and I will have to do is get us a motorcycle.
I don't know. It's kind of a big deal, man. It's a life changer.
I would say just put a secret camera on him for 24 hours and then see if she still wants to marry him.
Well, not him. I think he's prepared for everything. For his fiance, I mean, I'm sure they've been together a long time and she knows what he's like. But I mean, just be prepared for anything.
just take that word shame and just throw it out the window. For Elizabeth, just don't even look that word up in the dictionary, because Nathan knows no shame.
Oh no! Like, have fun. I can't even name everything.
I wasn't saying she's in for a handful. I'll tell you that. He's a wild man.
It's just, I think some things are better just to find out, because sometimes people might tell you something that you might not see it that way, and you might judge someone according to what someone else is saying, rather than a way you might perceive it to be.
I think he's fantastic. He's picked a smart girl. I think he's a little bit outgoing, and most people will say he's very vocal. But that could be good, and I think it'll help him in the long run. I think he'll have a good time if he keeps level-headed. I think he'll have a neat time. They seem to have a good family.
He does good with threats. You know, when he starts being too crazy, you know, calling everybody cousin and brother that he doesn't know, it's cute at first, but once it gets annoying, just threaten him with, like, poison. Or, carry a gun, get your carry license, and that typically, does it. Or just, tell him, now, Nathan, stop that, because that's what his mom does, and that sometimes works.
Well, I kept telling Liz that I was going to bring her an axe handle. I don't know if you know what that is or not. And without the axe, and she could whip on him a little bit, he needs shaping up. He's got a lot to learn.
Well, my advice to her is, I think Nathan's a lot like me, so just assume all the time that he's kidding. That's the best advice, okay? Because that way you won't be disappointed if you know.
Keep a knife in the nightstand, that kind of thing. Yeah, you're real careful. He's the guy that, while you were, sleeping and dreaming of him, he's out robbing the liquor store, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Elizabeth, be prepared to have a whole lot of fun. He's very spontaneous. I promise you.
Well, when Nathan was born, he was late, and he's always a little bit late. And then, of course, there's housekeeping, which I think Liz has had a little bit of exposure to. So, but I think she could work with him on that.
I think his attitude is like one of the best that I've ever seen. Like I don't know. I don't even think I've ever seen him stressful or anything. Which I'm pretty sure he has like really awesome coping methods and stuff. And so it's pretty sweet.
Well, dealing with Liz, sometimes you have to decide if you want to be right or you want to be happy.
Have their way. And they're just going to have to work through the stuff that every married couple does. But they're both smart and good. They've got God, which is, that's the thing that's going to pull you out every time.
Advice is, coming from a man's point of view of being married, always treat your wife with respect, and always keep her held in high regard. Never joke at her expense to others, and treat her like the princess that she is.
In the first few years, there'll be some ups and downs, but you've made that first step. You found the right one for you.
It's going to be real easy to want to call mom or dad, or call a friend or just someone else to talk about the problem, and that's not going to fix it. It's going to delay it, and it may make it bigger. Nobody loves, in Nathan's regard, nobody loves Liz like Nathan does. In Liz's stance, nobody loves Nathan like Liz does. So talking to somebody else outside, while good and sometimes therapeutic, may not be the best approach when talking together. Sit down and rationally talk about something that may be bugging both of them, or maybe the other doesn't even know.
I can say that he's losing his freedom, but he's gaining a lovely bride, and so that freedom, they will have freedom together.
You and Elizabeth will be happy. The little things that make the house warm, and you'll find joy and happiness in those small things and those great things, and you'll be able to look forward to the next 30, 40, 50 years of marriage. And those, those triumphs and trials that you come across, and that you'll be able to grow in the happiness between the two of you.
The first I say is, in terms of, both of them are good, strong Christians, and continue to stay in the church. And when the time comes for a family, to raise them as a family in the church, I couldn't ask for anything more than that. So I think they'll both be successful in whatever they do, and I really want them to stay strong in the Lord.
If I had to give him advice, talk all the time. And you can't be silly all the time. You're going to have to get level and serious at some point and really talk about it.
Dealing with your in-laws, just have a good relationship with your in-laws. Do whatever you need to do, to have a good relationship with them, and go shooting with them. Yeah, blow stuff up with them. And then suddenly just call them cousin out of nowhere. I'm sure the Burks would love that, especially in public.
Being that this is recorded, I'm going to say positive. It's a great family. We are, to be serious, it is a great family to be a part of.
I think I made a promise to his mom that I'm not going to hug her until we're actually family. So I think that's the biggest obstacle for me, is I actually have to hug the Thompsons. So.
Patience. You've got to have patience with each other, and compromise. You've got to compromise. And we love you, and thank you so much for taking care of our daughter.
He's done. We're proud of him, and we're proud of Liz. Liz has been. She is just kind of fit in the family. She's gone up to Holland and gone to we got a house up there, and just met a lot of our family, and she just fits in. We're gonna keep her. I told her that.
Nathan, keep doing you. And if people like that and they're willing to marry you, then go for it.
It's just, I guess it gives me hope knowing that Nathan is getting married for myself.
because if he can get married as crazy and as seemingly odd as he is, then there's hope.